Hello, my name is Jill and I'm a British Wheel of Yoga teacher. And I thought I would put together a few gentle stretches and warm-up exercises that you can do in your own home, and you can do them while seated on a chair. There are times where we don't necessarily always feel like going to a class or following a class that is more dynamic, and sometimes we want to feel more relaxed about what we're doing. But it is important to keep the body moving, to keep the mobility there, and to move the joints of the body. And so this is the first part of a series of films that will hopefully help you to achieve this in your own home. This is very much about warming up. First of all, find yourself a comfortable chair to sit on. A dining room chair is ideal, preferably one that hasn't got arms on it, but if that's all you have, then I'm sure you will be able to work with it. You need to have your feet flat on the ground. Now, sometimes the ground level is a little far away. It is for me, and therefore my knees are not really in line with my hips. I therefore need to raise my floor level. Now I'm using a block, a foam block, and any of you who do yoga may very well have one. If not, you can use some books on the floor because they are nice and firm, or you could use a cushion, but please make sure it is firm and even. And that will just raise the legs a little, making everything comfortable. So we start by finding our seated bones, so that's the little bony bits in the buttocks, and feel as though we are sitting on them so that the spine lifts up and is relatively straight. Please don't sit back in the chair because that puts the spine out of alignment. So sitting up nice and straight, I'm sure you've all heard of that expression. So first of all, just rest your hands on your thighs. Just be aware of your body, where it is and how it is supported. And the first thing I want you to do is smile. It may seem strange to smile, but I am sure there is something you can think of that will bring a smile to your face. The face is then relaxed and you are ready to start. So one of the first things about activating our body is just stimulating it a little. So we're going to start with some gentle tapping around the body. So not too hard, nice and gentle, and we'll just work our way around. So first of all, take your right hand, have the palm open, and bring your right hand across to your left shoulder. And then very gently, just tap with your fingers. Tap around the shoulder area, reaching as far as is comfortable for you. And then slowly make your way down your left arm. So just raising the arm a little bit, go all the way down, go across the palm of your hand and the fingers, and then come up on the other side of your arm. So just gently tapping. Feel the connection between your fingers and your arm. And do that a couple more times. Just connecting with yourself, feeling that nice and gentle. And it's just gently stimulating the systems of your body. And when you've finished, just relax your left arm down, and we're going to do that to the other side. You will begin to see how what we do on one side, we always do on the other side. So bringing your left hand over to the right shoulder this time, and start your tapping process. So going around the shoulder first of all, and then 2 or 3 times up and down the arm. helps with circulation as well. And if it's at all cold, or if you feel cold, you could tap just a tiny bit harder, and it will stimulate you, and you perhaps start to feel warm. Rest your arms when you've finished. Notice if there's any sensations in and around your arms or your fingers. And we're going to cover the rest of the body. So bringing both hands up, fingertips again, just tapping across the chest area. Again, nice and gentle. Can take in perhaps around the neck area, the back of the neck, wherever your arms reach around you. Just gently tapping, and work your way down your body, down the torso, around to the side a little as well, and across the abdomen. And enjoy that feeling. And then when you come perhaps around your buttocks, you could just give them a bit of a slightly harder tap. Good, well done. Placing the hands on the thighs now, and again, just gently tapping down the legs. So just going forward as far as is comfortable for you. You may not get all the way down to the feet, but that's fine. Going all round the legs. Just feeling that stimulation. And bringing yourself back to your upright position. So just connect with a couple of breaths now. Don't do anything to change your breath. Just think about breathing in and breathing out. Preferably for the moment through the nose. And then we're going to try a couple of breaths where as you breathe out through the mouth, and you make a psh sound. So breathing in through the nose, breathe out, psh. Breathing in again when you are ready. Breathing out, psh. And do one more of those in your own time. And you may have felt, as you were breathing out, that you connected perhaps inside a little more. You may have felt a connection around the navel centre, where the area of the abdominal breath works and where your diaphragm works. So we're just connecting with ourselves inside, because this is where your support muscles are. So we want to work our way across the joints now, to ensure they're feeling comfortable, and we're bringing movement to them regularly. So you can do these kinds of movements more than once a day, whenever you feel like it. And sometimes first thing in the morning is a good way of introducing these kinds of opening up of the joints. So we're going to start with the hands. So if you like to bring your hands up and just stretch the arm out a little. Now really stretch the fingers. See the spaces between your fingers. Feel the stretch, particularly in the palm of the hand. And now gently curl the fingers into a fist. And then continue to do a few more of those. Stretch and curl. Stretch and curl. Stretch and curl, and perhaps one more. Stretch and curl. And now allow the hands to flop forward. Just feel the flop from the wrist joint, and then gently draw back the fingers and feel how it connects with the joint. And do a couple more of those in your own time. If anything hurts at any time, or is stiff or uncomfortable, then please don't do it. Good. Lovely. Rest the arms for a moment, because I'm sure you can feel the shoulders doing the lifting, how they take the weight of the muscles in the arms. So the next thing we're going to do is some rotations around the wrists. So if you just bring your hands up and just rotate, maybe about 6 times in each direction. Good. Stretching out your arms now, so the palms are uppermost. Just bring the fingertips back onto the shoulders so that you are moving the elbow joint. Good. Last one. Again, rest the arms. They're doing quite a lot of the work at the moment. So thinking again about the area up here and where our shoulders are, I want you now to take in a breath. And as you breathe out, just to make a ha sound. So breathing in, and do another 2 of those. This just gently opens the area around the throat, and particularly where the vocal folds are. It's just releasing them out a little. And then we think about moving the shoulders now. So for this one, just rest your hands on your thighs. Think about your shoulders. First of all, lift the shoulders up towards the ears and see how that feels for you. And then release them. Doing another one of those. Lift towards the ears and then release. Good. And now we do a few rotations. So just again, perhaps 3 or 4 rotations in both directions at the shoulders. Relax those shoulders down, and hopefully they will feel comfortable. And then just the last one for the upper body is just to drop your chin down to your chest and let it rest there. So just imagine the back of the neck is lengthening. And just lift your head up when you are ready. And maybe just take a look from side to side, just to ensure the neck is feeling comfortable, or if there is any difference on the 2 sides of the body. Good, that's excellent. So that's got the top half of our body moving around, and hopefully you will be able to feel that in your body. So we're going to think about the lower part of the body now. So we're going to start down at the bottom at the feet, and we will do some similar things as we did with the hands. So first of all, see if you can stretch those toes apart. And then scrunch the toes. And if you have got some shoes on, that's fine. You can still feel movements inside your shoes. So again, stretch your toes and curl them up. Stretch and curl. Good. Just perhaps balance for a few moments on the balls of your feet. Just press down into your toes a little and just hold it there. And then release. So bringing the feet flat down. So we want to think about the ankle joint now. So we're going to do some rotations around the ankle. So just one foot at a time. So bring up your right leg, or whichever you prefer, and then just rotate. Again, we'll do maybe 6 in each direction. And then change over when you are ready. Don't worry about any clicks that occur. I think we all experience those. Good. Replace the feet back down. So we want to see how, coming up the leg, how the knees are. So if this is comfortable for you, bring your hands underneath at the back of your knee and just bring the knee up. Stretch the leg out. Bend it again. Stretch. One more of those. And replace. Trying the other side, because this may be different on this side. And if you find it a little tricky, then maybe you will just want to lift your knees up and down. So whichever way you want to do it. Bring this knee up, stretch. And again, so do it 3 times in all, if that's okay for you. And what I like to do, I think it's a very nice thing to do, is to just rub my knees. It creates a warm feeling around the knees. And it is an area where we do sometimes feel some strain. So just, as though you are really appreciating what your knees do for you in helping you to be mobile and to get around. Good, that's lovely. So just check your seated position, just to make sure that you are feeling as though you're supported and lifting up a little, because we're going to go into some stretches now, which take the body in basically the different ways it moves in our everyday life. We tend to not think about it, but we are going forwards, backwards, twisting, sideways a lot of the time. So placing your hands on your thighs, just lifting up a little in the body, just feel yourself connected. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, then just let the fingers come down the fronts of your legs. Now they can come down to wherever you want them to. They don't have to go all the way down to your feet. It may be that they come halfway down. Now if you are able to let your head go, release it, that is good. If you are not happy to take your head down too low, especially below your heart, or you've been told not to do that, then just keep it raised, but endeavour to keep those shoulders rolled back so it doesn't create tension. Lovely. And now slowly bring yourself back up again. So that is your forward bend you've created. You have stretched, done a back stretch over the spine. So whatever we do in one direction, we always do in the other direction when you're doing yoga. So having bent forward, we need to go back now. So using the chair, just roll the shoulders back a little and feel your arms go behind you and hold onto your chair. Now, depending on arm length and how your arms feel, it could be the back of the chair, it could be just side where the seat is. So I have to leave that for you to decide the best place for it to be. So having done that, then just think about lifting your chest a little, and you may feel the spine curve, the bottom of the spine, And then you can lift the head a little, look towards the ceiling. Please do not let the head go back. Just look towards the ceiling. And just connect with 2 or 3 breaths here. There will be higher breaths in the lungs. You can perhaps think about bringing that smile back to your face now while you're doing this, if you've been concentrating. And then slowly release. Let the arms go. Just let the arms swing a little at the side. Make sure those shoulders have come right down again. So we are now going to go to a side bend. We have oblique muscles in the body. We have inner and outer. They are part of the musculature around the whole of the torso that allows us to do all these movements. So it is quite important for them to move well for us. So for the first one, just drop your right hand down beside your body as though the hand is trying to come down to the floor. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just allow yourself to lean over to the right, letting your head and neck go as well. If you feel a little unsafe doing this, use your left hand to hold on to the chair to just anchor you, just in case you're worried about going too far over. Spend a moment here, enjoy this, looking at the world in a different way. Slowly come back to the centre again. That's good. And again, I'm sure your body will feel that having gone to one side, it would like to go to the other side just to even that up. So dropping your left hand down, and by the way, it doesn't matter which way you go first, as long as you do both sides with any of these moves. So the left arm feeling heavy, and just allowing your body to go over to the left. Let the head go, feel the neck release. Once again, hold on to your chair if you like to feel as though you are anchoring yourself a little more safely. Coming back to the centre when you're ready. So we are going to put those movements together into a sequence, and I'll do 1 or 2 variations as we go through that you can add in if you want to. The sequence is very straightforward, and hopefully you would be able to memorise it fairly easily, and perhaps put in some of your own variations as you get to know it. Okay, so get yourself nice and comfortable, feet a little way apart, shoulders relaxed, smile on the face. Place your hands on to your thighs, and then nice and slowly on an outward breath, take the hands down towards the feet. Now you can come up in the usual way from here, or you can take in a breath, and as you come up, lift your arms up in front of you. And perhaps just take them up in the air to wherever you feel you want to go with them. And then let them come round behind you. Get hold of the chair. And once again, lift the chest. Take the shoulders back, lift the chest, feel the stretch. Be aware of that arch in the lower back and just ensure that is comfortable. Taking your eyes up towards the ceiling. Slowly coming out of that when you are ready. Just let the arms drop by the side, and we go into our side bend now. So doing the same as you did before, or we can add in an extra stretch. So letting the right arm hang down, slowly going over towards the side. And if you feel happy, you can bring your left arm up overhead and just let it come to the left ear, as though you're stretching over the top of your head. Or it may be that you prefer just to stretch straight up in the air. Coming back when you're ready, so that's good. So you've used a little more support in the body to anchor your muscles there. Now when you're ready to go to the other side, the left goes down and you bring the right up and overhead. Again, finding the place you want it to be. You could, as a variation, bring the right hand in to your right hip crest and allow yourself to extend a little more using that method. Good. Coming back to the centre. Now we're going to add to this sequence a twist. So we're going to go to the right first, nice and gentle. The right hand comes round again to hold your chair. And the left hand comes onto the outside of the right knee and thigh. You can feel that your spine is a little twisted. Now, if that's not comfortable for you, then just release that left hand so you come back a little bit. But if you're okay, you can bring your left hand down and then just slowly start to turn your body as though you are going to be looking over your right shoulder. If your neck or your head is not comfortable going back into that position, then just leave it where it is comfortable. Feel that twist in your spine and notice how the whole of your back feels when you are in that position. Slowly release and just come back to your centre. Good. And then, as you will probably have guessed, we're going to do that to the other side. So bringing the left hand, first of all, back to holding the chair in an appropriate place. Again, it might be the seat, it might be the back. The right hand coming over to the outside of the left knee and thigh. And once again, giving yourself a little bit of time to just turn your body around. So keeping your feet flat on the ground, only letting the head and neck go as far as is comfortable for you. Slowly bringing yourself back to the centre. Just letting your hands and arms rest on your knees. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Just let the air flow out. And then bring the palms of your hands together, gently rubbing. And bringing the palms in front of the face, so just covering your eyes. Feel the warmth from your hands going into your eyes. And to do that a second time. And then just thinking about all the movements you've done and how you feel, You can bring your hands down when you're ready, and I really hope you're going to have that smile on your face. Just enjoy the feeling. If you wish to remain in your place and just spend a few moments thinking about what you've been doing, maybe thinking about the breathing a little bit more, that will be lovely. But I'm going to say thank you very much. I've been very happy to share this with you, and I am looking forward to sharing the next set of exercises with you. That will be part 2. Thank you very much.